welcome back to my channel. Today's look is nature, all about nature mostly. Some cloud, lightning, things going on. A waterfall, tree, and a sunset. Yeah, so this is what I created today. It was a whole lot of hours, but I am so happy with how this came out. And these are my new wig I got for Christmas. It's blue one. I thought it was great with the arm. It went okay with the forehead. These are some wigs off of Amazon, so they're not like natural lace front wigs. Like they don't like really blend into my skin and they're not super realistic, but for the special effects looks, I think they're awesome. I feel like this is actually in one of my top 5 favorite looks that I've ever done. I don't know why. I'm a sucker for the colorful ones. My other favorite one was one I did almost probably like a year ago, maybe a year and a half ago. It was really trendy to do the pull-out face. Sometimes trends go through special effects into the special effects realm in Instagram, and in that time it was very trendy to do the open, like acting like you're opening up your face and there's something underneath it, and I did that, and I did it on the chest too, and it was super colorful, and I think that's why I loved it, and I think that's why I really like this one too, just because there's so many colors, there's so much going on. Anyways, this is what I created today. This is how I finish by the end of the tutorial, and if you would like to know how to do it, then keep on watching. Okay, we're gonna start by, I have all my paints laid out. We're gonna start out by sketching out where I'm going to have the holes. First of all, no, I'm not naked. I have a tank top on and a bandeau. I'm gonna start off by sketching out where I want the rips in my face to be. I have a reference picture for the holes. I'm using this reference picture on Mehron makeup. Okay, so now I'm using a white Wet n Wild, well, it's a tongue twister, eyeliner pencil to sketch out the holes. Also, I'm going to be voiceovering the rest of this video because the microphone that I got for Christmas has been making a weird clicking sound, so until I fix it, here I am. Okay, so now I'm going to start painting. So now I'm taking blue from Mehron, the water activated paint, and starting on my forehead. Fanning, fanning, fanning. Doing a second layer because the first one was streaky AF. Now I'm going with my pastel paint palette from Mehron and taking the purple shade and blending that down into the blue. And next I take the same brush that I used for the blue on my forehead and blended them both together. This is also a Mehron brush. It is Paradise Makeup AQ 842. So now I'm mixing red and orange paints and blending that down into the purple to still be creating our gradient. We're going to start getting into the squiggles now, so we're going to go in between those. As I start getting lower on my face, I start switching into yellow more instead of the reddish orange. To blend the colors together, I kind of took a more dry brush that had no product on it, and it seemed to blend it out better than a brush that had excess paint on it. Don't forget your ears. By this time, I'm basically only using yellow and a hint of orange. Wow, cute. That's a deep hole. Okay, so now I'm shading the inside of the holes with a very cool toned brown eyeshadow. I'm starting at the top and blending it down to the bottom. Let's zoom in a little bit. This is just the beginning shade, and soon we'll go in with some deeper shades to really deepen up the holes and give it some dimension. I'm going to finish with the brown shading and I'll be right back. So now that I finished with the brown shading, I am going in with Corrupt by Makeup Geek. It is a deep matte black shadow, and I'm just putting that on the very top of the holes to give it the most dimension. Okay, so now I am taking Bennye Clown White Cream Paint and putting that in the middle, bottom-ish part of the holes, and either blending it out with a bigger flat brush or just my pinky finger if I can fit it in the hole. That didn't sound right. So while I still had the cream paint all warm and creamy on my hand, I put it on the bridge of my nose, my forehead, my cheekbones, my brow bone, and my chin. All the highlight areas. Oh, can't forget under the eyes. This is not supposed to be a spooky look. Then I took my designated cream paint beauty blender and bounced everything out, and then took a smaller stipple brush and made sure everything was pretty perfect. And lastly, I took the Mehron setting powder and set most of the places that I put down the cream paint. Mainly just under my eyes and my forehead. So getting scientific for a second, since the holes would be going inside of your skin, you would need a highlight on the outside because the skin surrounding it would be on top of it, as you could say. So I'm taking the Bennye Clown Cream Paint again and just highlighting around the hole and blending it out. Now taking the same cool tone brown shade that we started off inside the holes, I'm doing another little line shadow. That's what I saw in the reference picture, and mostly in almost all ripped faces looks, it does give more realism to the look. Okay, so here I really was not sure what I was going for. At first it was supposed to be clouds, but by the end it ended up looking like lightning. So I started off with a yellow water paint, just made weird squiggly lines, and then I blended it upwards, and then right on the base of the line I took a white water activated paint. These are both water activated paints, and put it right on the base to give it the pop. Honest, I was not sure if I was making or breaking the look by doing this, but I ended up really liking how it turned out. I went back and forth a lot by blending it out, then putting more white. Kind of was a back and forth thing, so I didn't really like it until the end, but. Okay, so now I'm going to start on the chest, because we got a lot to do down there. So I'm taking a light green shade from Mehron and just putting that right in the middle of my chest, not on the sides, just in the middle. So now I am creating the tree right in the middle of my chest. I'm taking a white water activated paint by Mehron again, and just making a ton of branches, branching off from each other, etc., etc., making some of them thick, making some of them thin, some wider than others, maybe some texture if you like to add some. Just basically branching it off from any stem you like. Okay, so I have the tree going on. I tried to see if I liked the shading, like shading maybe underneath it would be cool, but it was a no-go. I was like, I kind of like it more simple. I'm going to now work on the water on the side. I have this reference picture of just like a pretty photo of water. So starting off with a dark blue water activated paint and creating a triangle near my shoulder, and that will be one flow of water and just blending it into the green. Next, taking a white water activated paint and putting it closest to your back. That's just resembling where the most current is in the water. Next, just making some random strokes of white in the water just to create some movement. So now grabbing a lighter shade of blue, I am making the actual falling water. So I figured something out that is kind of cool actually. I'm putting half dark blue and half light blue on this brush, on like the sides of the brush, and I'm just swiping my brush down and it's making two different shades. Just trying to really blend the blue into the green right now. Now I'm making another line of blue because I'm going to create another flow of water in a different direction. So at the top near my shoulder, I'm going to make lines going horizontal, which will make the flow feel like it's going sideways. And then as we're trying to make the current look like it's going vertically downwards, you'll basically just draw some lines going downwards. Some thicker, some thinner. Next, grab a black shadow and draw a line in between the darker current and the lighter current and blend the black down into the lighter shade. Then draw a highlight right next to the shadow so it looks like the darker pool of water is behind the waterfall. Then just grabbing the dark blue paint and making some strokes right at the bottom. The ones on my arms I was hoping to look like ripples, so I was taking a lot of white and basically making them only white because it would have a lot of splash coming off of it, and then blend in some blue strokes. Since I already showed you a million times in this tutorial how to blend the colors together, I blended orange, red, and then black. We are creating a sunset on this side. Woohoo! Grabbing a yellow paint and making a very blazing sun in the desert. So lastly, grab your black water activated paint and start creating a tree. Going through the sun, just basically branching off like the other one, but the difference between this tree and the other tree is the leaves are going to just be dots. It has a lot less branches and a lot more leaves. Lastly, just make some sad looking branches. And this is the finished look. Okay, finally we are at the end of the tutorial. Yay! Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this look, please like and subscribe. Also, what I didn't mention in the beginning is that this new background is what Ziana got me for Christmas, so everyone give Ziana a round of applause. Yay! I thank everyone that stays till the end. I mean, everyone that comes still is awesome, but if you stay till the end, till the outro, I love you guys. Thank you all so much for being here. I appreciate it so much, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye!